Hi there, I'm Wendy Coughlin back to talk about the sequel, Step 7S. That small script for S is an indication that these 12 steps we do after you've done the first 12 steps, after you've established your recovery. I established my recovery over 40 years ago, and since that time I have been growing and moving forward and truly humbly asking God to guide my growth and development because that's what it's all about. Now, what is God? Who is God? It's up to you. Good orderly direction, group of drugs, deity, it doesn't matter. It's about turning your will and your life over to the care of something beyond yourself. And it's about asking for assistance, not doing that independent thing and not keeping secrets, letting people know what your skills and talents are, what your capabilities are, sharing a goal, sharing a dream, dreaming. What is dreaming? Dreaming is about imagining. Now, at night dreaming, our unconscious mind imagines stuff and puts together all kinds of symbols that sometimes are interpretable and sometimes are not. I'm a real fan of daydreaming. Just imagining what you'd like to do, imagining what you'd like to be, imagining what you're going to have for dinner, what you're going to wear tomorrow, oh, a new style, redoing your home, your living space, getting a new car, whatever. I'm a true believer that you'll see it when you believe it. So you have to start believing. And if you're not quite sure what to believe in, and many of us aren't, particularly if we've been ravaged by addiction and we've just been sitting and kind of stabilizing and getting ourselves on some solid footing to move forward, we may need some input from some other people. That can be someone like myself who's a therapist. It can be a sponsor, preferably a sequel sponsor, somebody who's familiar with the concept of using these very same steps that we know and love, just shifting them a little bit and instead of moving from the basement to level ground, moving to higher planes and looking at what is actually possible. You know, there's an expression that says God can move mountains, but you better bring a shovel. And this is the shovel step. You know, this is starting to do the deal, starting to go back to school if you never finished. I have a friend in long-term recovery who dropped out of high school. She was a hippy dippy chick, and she says that she always calls herself that. And then when she got into recovery, she finished high school. No, I guess she didn't finish high school, quite honestly. I'm making up stories now, but it's a good story. She went into college and she got a college degree, and then she went to medical school, and she's had a very successful medical practice all of her adult life, which is kind of cool. You can do almost anything if you believe it. So start believing, start looking, start imagining what would make you happy. Because if it makes you happy, it will support your recovery. It'll be recovery capital, but it'll be the stuff you want to hold on to and keep. It's going to cause you to stay in recovery so that you can continue to fly airplanes, captain boats, be available for your children if that's your goal, to have children. Don't cut yourself short. You know, those who really love kids, maybe that's a calling to go on to education. I remember years back working with Ellie, and I talk about her in my book. She came from a family that had a lot of businesses, and she was supposed to be groomed to go in the family business, and she just really was lackluster. She didn't really like. She loved working with kids, so she went and got an elementary ed degree and then started teaching elementary school, which was wonderful. Made her happy. So think happy, think using your talents and your capabilities, and always think possibilities. Don't forget, though, along the path to Kismet, keep it simple and make it fun. Thanks for listening.